our next contestant, Diane Windingland. Diane Windingland.
Years ago, I sat and I waited for the phone to ring for that faithful call. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters guests, and most especially Bruce, thank you for that love story. As an adopted parent of 2 children, it touched my soul. How many here have adopted a child? I'd like a show of hands. Just a few? Well, there are so many people who can relate to the love that a mother has for a child, the desire for a child, and you brought that out in your speech. I'm going to focus on a few things you did exceptionally well, and just a couple things that I maybe could find for improvement. The first thing I thought you did really well was your use of humor, right from the start, to be kind. You knew your audience. You also had some great lines, like the drive-by baby pickup. And you used effectively a rule of 3 with your humor when you said you had a home check, a security check, and then you had to write a big check. A very effective use of 3 with a surprise twist at the end. A good technique for us all. God got you on a technicality, and you were Sunday at the hospital and Monday at Target. In addition to that, you had an effective use of a callback technique. You used the word "the book" very ominously, but also very humorously, especially when you used them again. And then when you had, with the second adoption, time enough to get the nursery ready. That technique we laughed at because you didn't have enough time the first time. Perhaps most effectively were your use of gestures. When you said, Elsa reaching out to touch your cheek. That was a magic moment for me. I'm sure for a moment I wish I hadn't been an evaluator because I wanted to just be absorbed by what you were saying. And then the mother-to-mother transfer. Those gestures gave your speech visibility, gave us pictures. We could just see what was happening. A couple of areas that you could improve upon. You had excellent eye contact. I think to be even more effective, you could hold your eye contact a little longer. In fact, to work on that, the next time you give a speech, for your first 3 sentences, try holding the eye contact of one person, just to make people feel like they're really connected with you. Also, in your speech, I was wondering if there was going to be a call to action. You had a very inspirational story. It touched our hearts. But I wondered what I should do with it. So you might consider reworking that speech to have some kind of call to action, whether it be supporting a mother who needs help for her child to put up for adoption. You got us with your emotional ending, and you are changing the world around you, Mr. Toastmaster.